Abigail had been a courier for the Interstellar Postal Service for 3 unremarkable years. Her route took her through the Draconis sector, a collection of worlds ruled by the ancient reptilian species that had conquered half the known galaxy before humanity had even discovered fire. The dragons were massive, intelligent, and proud beyond measure. They tolerated humans the way one might tolerate insects, barely, and only because extermination seemed like too much effort. Today's delivery was routine. Medical supplies to Draken Prime, the Empire's administrative heart. Abigail guided her small courier vessel through the atmospheric entry, her hands steady on the controls despite the turbulence. The ship rattled and groaned, but she'd made this run dozens of times. Below, the sprawling crystal cities of the dragons glittered like frozen starlight. She landed at the commercial platform, a massive structure carved from a single piece of obsidian. As the landing gear settled, Abigail ran through her mental checklist. Cargo secured, customs documentation ready, payment authorization verified. Just another day. The moment her boots touched the platform, something changed. The first dragon she saw, a customs inspector with scales like polished copper, stopped mid-sentence in conversation with another courier. Its vertical pupils dilated. Then, impossibly, the creature lowered itself, pressing its massive head to the ground in a posture Abigail had only seen in historical archives. A bow. A sign of ultimate respect. "What are you—" Abigail started. But the dragon didn't respond. It simply stayed there, trembling. She walked forward, pulling her cargo container behind her. Every dragon she passed, merchants, soldiers, officials, froze. One by one, they lowered themselves in that same prostrating bow. Silence spread like a shockwave. The entire platform, which moments ago had been filled with the roar of engines and the guttural speech of dragons, became as quiet as a tomb. Michael, her co-worker and the only other human on the platform, jogged over. His usually calm demeanor had cracked. "Abby? What the hell is happening? They're all—" "I don't know," she whispered, pulling him aside. "I didn't do anything. I just landed." A dragon elder approached, moving with the careful dignity of extreme age. Its scales were white as bone, and its eyes held the weight of centuries. When it spoke, its voice resonated through the air like a struck bell. "Forgive us, Herald. We did not know. We could not have known." "Herald?" Abigail's voice cracked. "I'm a mail carrier. There's been some mistake." The elder's head tilted, a gesture that might have been confusion. "You bear the mark. Surely you know what you are." "I don't bear anything. I'm human. Just human." The dragon's eyes narrowed, and for a moment Abigail saw something that looked like pity. "Your species remembers nothing, then. The old war, the pact, the price that was paid." It paused, seeming to search for words. 60,000 years ago, when your species was young and ours was at its zenith, we made a terrible error. We attempted to claim your homeworld, to add humanity to our empire as we had so many others." Michael stepped forward. "That's impossible. 60,000 years ago, we were barely using stone tools." "Yes," the elder agreed. "And yet you fought us. Not with weapons or ships, but with something we had never encountered. Your kind could not be broken. Torture them and they laughed. Kill them and others came, more fierce than before. Imprison them and they befriended their guards. You were weak in every measurable way, yet you could not be conquered." The elder's tail swept across the platform in a gesture of reverence. "We lost 17 breeding worlds to human sabotage, not through violence but through subversion. Humans integrated into our society, became trusted, even loved. Then, they dismantled us from within. We called it the Soft War. After 3 centuries, the Empress herself sued for peace." Abigail felt her knees weaken. "That's just a story. It can't be real." The pact was simple, the elder continued. We would leave humanity alone, forever. In exchange, you would forget. Your memories would be wiped, your records destroyed. You would start fresh, allowed to develop without our interference or knowledge of what you had accomplished. The price was ours to pay. We would remember. We would watch. And we would kneel before any human bearing the herald's mark. But I don't have any mark. The elder's claw extended, pointing at her left shoulder. The mark is not visible to your eyes. It is woven into your genetic code, a signature left by the pact. 1 in every million humans carries it, a reminder to us of what we agreed to. You are living proof that humanity survived, that the pact holds. Michael pulled out his data pad, his fingers flying across the screen. Abby, there are reports coming in from across the sector. Every dragon world, every station. They're all responding the same way. Ships are being given priority clearance, trade restrictions lifted. The Council is issuing a sector-wide decree. Total human autonomy, effective immediately. Abigail looked at the hundreds of dragons still bowing around her, their massive forms pressed against the ground. She thought of her small apartment on New Terra, her student loans, her dreams of maybe one day affording a better ship. She was nobody special. Just a courier who showed up on time and filed her paperwork correctly. I don't understand, she said softly. Why now? I've been here dozens of times. The elder rose slightly, though it kept its head lowered. The mark awakens randomly, unpredictably. Perhaps it was time. Perhaps the universe deemed it necessary to remind us all of what came before. Its ancient eyes met hers. Or perhaps, Harold, your kind simply will not be forgotten, no matter how deeply we bury the past. Abigail looked at Michael, who shrugged helplessly. She looked at her cargo container still sitting on her dolly, full of medical supplies that suddenly seemed absurdly mundane. She looked at the dragons, an empire that had ruled the stars for millennia, all kneeling before a mail carrier who just wanted to finish her route. I still have deliveries to make, she said finally. The elder's rumbling laugh echoed across the platform. Then make them, Harold, and know that no door in this empire will ever close to your kind again. As Abigail walked toward the exit, cargo in tow, the dragons remained bowed. She didn't look back. She had mail to deliver, after all. That's what humans did. They showed up, they did the work, and they kept going. It was what they'd always done. Perhaps that was the real reason the dragons had lost.